From the AG Financial Arena right here on the campus of Evangel University, this is the NCHBC National Championship Tournament. Right here, we're bringing it to you. I'm Trellis Williams alongside Paul Gilmore. We have a first-round matchup here for the girls 16U division. We've got the number 4 seed, the Marion Hawks out of Ohio, taking on Dallas HSAA out of Texas, the number 5 seed. So, Paul, what you expecting to see out of this one? A 4 and 5 seed, you usually expect to see a good one here.
You typically do, and we're moving into getting closer to tomorrow's Gold Ball final games, and so you always love to see the level of competition and how it ramps up as we move further into the week. Yesterday, even being Monday, we had some really great games, especially here at Evangel, and I'm looking forward to much of the same here at the girls 16U game.
Three-pointer on the way. It popped out no good, and HSAA will have the basketball on the move, and that's number 3, Kai Ellis, with the basketball. Get it over to Delahose. Now on the swing to Fair, but Ellis had traveled on the play, and so it's a turnover. Ball now with the Hawks.
We saw that called a lot yesterday, and some players had a little bit of frustration about that, but the refs did a good job of explaining to these players, look, you're shuffling the feet. At the next level, they're going to call that, just trying to prepare them for what they're going to be seeing moving forward.
Outside now to Waters. Feed into the high post. There's going to be a jump ball. Good defense there from HSAA. And they'll get the ball back again. So we're still knotted up at 0 here. 34 seconds into the ball game.
Right out of the gate, I've been really impressed with the ball movement from the Marion Hawks. They've been moving that thing around like a hot potato, and got a good look on the three-pointer on the first shot, but I'm really looking forward to seeing how they continue to just whip that ball around and into the post.
Delahose on the right wing. Guarded, moving to the left. Feeding it inside to the post, but good defense there from the Hawks, getting the steal. And that right there was Brugger with the steal. And now it's Waters with the basketball up top. On the swing now to the wing is Gall. And feed to the corner drive is Walter. Taylor outside. Back into the post again, working against the defender. She's being swarmed, and there's going to be a foul inside is what they're going to call here against HSAA.
Yeah, they called that foul on Becca Clark, but great job by Paige Brugger to pivot underneath the basket there on the inbounds, gets it and puts it in. Just really been impressed with Brugger early on in the game. She's got a great mind for playing down in the post.
And Brugger gets the bucket there, and a 2-0 advantage now for Marion. They score first in this ball game. Now on the left wing is Delahose. Feeding it inside, nearly stolen. The Hawks defense has really been messing with HSAA here in the first couple of minutes. And now Delahose up top. Now working it now is Ellis. Trying to feed the post, but she's going to kick it out to Delahose. Driving to her left. Floater's blocked and rebounded by the Hawks. And now pushing the tempo here is Walter. Waters on the feed inside. Out to Taylor. Guarded by Delahose. Both teams with the up-tempo defense. Cross-court pass. Three-pointer on the way. It was open. It was nice. It misses, though. Offensive board, put back, not there. And then there's going to be a foul. Marion Hawks really putting a dent here on HSA.
They are, and you can tell that they're trying to run their offense through Brugger. She's kind of been the linchpin so far, whether it's in the post, the high post, out on the wing. They get the ball to her, and then she turns and she surveys the court. And she's done a good job of making sure that she can get the ball to the open person. And Walter hits the first free throw. And so I've been really impressed with Brugger, and then even on the defensive side over here, that you could tell that HSAA is looking to get the ball into the post, but the way that Brugger has been guarding that particular player, it's really made them think twice about it.
Knocks both free throws down was Rosemary Walter. And with the basketball now will be HSAA with Delahose on the move. Now Ellis trying to feed the high post. Ball was batted by Brugger and picked up there by Gall. And now pushing the pace is Walter on the sideline, but she's hemmed up now as they bring it back into control. Feed inside, Brugger at the basket. Ellis the rebound. Ellis pushing the pace now, driving to her right. She stumbles and falls in a travel. And ball will be back with the Hawks.
HSAA has struggled early on offensively. The Hawks are so active and swarming on defense. They've done a great job staying in front of the man, shuffling their feet, but also denying a lot of the passes that HSAA are trying to make.
Jelena Waters going to feed it into Brugger, a kick outside. They're working it into the short corner. Wide open is Waters for three. Not there, and a rebound by Delahose. Cross-court pass, left wing three for Ellis is no good. And that may have been the first or second shot HSAA has gotten because this Hawks defense has been very good. Oh, wow, that was a really nice one. Right there to Brugger for the finish.
And Marion's just playing really fundamentally. In that last possession, the shot attempt was short, and you had two different Marion Hawks players boxing out, and the ball dropped right to them because they had the position. So they've done a great job of playing really sound fundamentals, and HSAA has got to find a way to crack the defense a little bit and get something going. Just, again, running into solid defense every time they attack.
Hawks with the ball, bringing it into control here with Waters. They lead 6-0 here early, 2:45 to play first quarter.
Good defense from HSAA.
Left wing three, there. And that is Ashton Gall. And a 9-0 advantage forces Coach Paul Hartman of Dallas HSAA to call time. First time out of the ball game, 9-0 Marion Hawks.
Yeah, Marion Hawks have done a great job on both ends of the floor. You can tell they're really well coached by the way that they have their ball movement on the offensive side and the way they shuffle their feet on the defensive side. And for HSAA, I think what you're looking for out of the timeout is I think you've got to find a way to get yourself on the board. When you look up at the scoreboard and you see 9-0, it can seem in the moment like you're on the way to getting blown out. But you get a couple of stops, you get a couple of buckets, and you're right back in the game. And they're certainly capable of it. I mean, the girls that are playing at these levels are on this stage for a reason. And so, what I have to go back and look what their finish was at the Big South Regional, but certainly capable of playing at a high level. And when you come up against a team like Marion, you've got to yourself be fundamental because they're not going to make a lot of mistakes, but they're going to force you to try to make a lot of mistakes. And so HSAA needing to get themselves on the scoreboard, they certainly have the talent to do it. They just got to make sure that they run what they need to run to get that accomplished.
9-0 ball game. The Hawks in the lead, and HSAA with the basketball right now. Working from the left wing is Ellis. Fair will take the jumper. It's an air ball long. Rebound Brugger. And the Hawks going to work it again. Cross half court. Waters. Ball is hit a little bit, but got it over to Walter.
Delahose has been putting on a lot of great ball pressure. That time leads to almost a turnover.
Now back with the Hawks. Right wing three on the way for Gall. No good. She hit the one going into the timeout. But nice fast break there for HSAA, but not able to convert. And ball's tipped out of bounds.
Just really unfortunate not being able to hit that layup. You get the pass ahead. One of the best looks they've had today so far. And you definitely want to be able to convert those kind of shots to get back into the game.
Dallas with the basketball, down 9-0. Three-pointer there. And knocking it down was Kai Ellis. And that knocks that lid off the basket there for HSAA, and they're going to want to get some momentum off of this.
She did a great job repositioning. You could tell she reset her foot right before she took that shot and got sound positioning, knocked it down.
Ellie Delahose will pick up her first personal foul and the second team foul against HSAA. Trying to find her on the cut. Ends up going off Dallas out of bounds. Will be the Hawks ball on the baseline.
Yeah, just unfortunate positioning for Emma Kirk. That ball is going to be thrown clear out of bounds. But she was standing where she was supposed to, and the ball bounced off of her.
Oh, finding Brugger underneath. Wide open off the inbound. She's got 6 points, 11-3 game.
Just little fundamental things like that, even simple inbounds plays leading to easy buckets. You can tell that's something that they've practiced quite a bit, and they are putting it to work here at Nationals.
Ellis on the feed, but she ends up throwing it right to Gall of the Hawks. And ball now in the hands of Waters, feeding it underneath for the nice finish. There on the opposite side, that's Mariah Haller with her first bucket of the ball game. 13-3's the score, a dominant first quarter here from the Hawks.
Almost thought that was a hockey assist for a second. I don't know if Brugger got a hand on it and just tipped it down there, or if she was clearly she was expecting it for her.
Another steal, and now it's Waters to the basket, right hand, but she's fouled by Ellis. And at that point in time, Kai Ellis really didn't have a choice but to either try to go for a block, maybe get a foul there, and she commits the foul, which will send Waters to the line. Just over 30 seconds to play here in the first quarter. 10-point advantage here for the Hawks. As Jelena Waters shoots 2 free throws, misses the first. Seeing a substitution here, getting Brugger out of the ball game. She's had a very impactful first quarter. Second free throw doesn't go either for Waters, but they get the offensive board and sets up a J. And it makes up for those 2 missed free throws with a 2-point jumper from right around the free throw line.
Yeah, all she had to do was take another step back or 2 for the free throw.
Deep 3 for Ellis. It'll be an air ball. And it'll be battled for, and HSAA touched it last. Ball back with Marion. Under 12 seconds to play first quarter, 15-3. Another substitution here for the Hawks.
Amelia Bibawi checks in.
Waters across half court, feeding it to the high post. And on the drive is Walter. They say it was blocked and she got it back. She'll shoot the shot at the buzzer, and it does not fall. 15-3 is the score into the first quarter. Lead for the Marion Hawks over Dallas HSAA, and Paul, Marion looks pretty good right now.
They do. And again, I don't want to overpraise their fundamentals, but it's something you notice on both ends of the floor. Even right before that last possession, the three-pointer that was shot by HSAA came up short as an air ball, and because the Hawks were boxing out, she was able to tip that ball towards one of her players. HSA ultimately knocked it out. But it's just little moments like that that give you extra possessions, give you extra opportunities, and some of those margins can be what you need to make the difference. You know, you're competing for a national championship, and as a coach, you're looking for those small advantages, mismatches, and opportunities to get you to where you want to go. And so all year long, you know, you can't get to nationals and say, okay, we're going to play fundamental. It's something that you build throughout the year. And as a person who, you know, doesn't attend any of the Midwest events or see any of the Midwest Conference games, I can just come to a game and see how fundamentally they are being coached when you look at the way that they play the ball on both sides of the floor. Now, granted, HSAA, you know, they also have gotten to this level because of their level of play. And when you play a team like Marion, you can take a look at the scoreboard, and it's not necessarily reflective of how good of a team you are. So HSAA's got to make sure they buckle down and get back to their fundamentals as well.
Brugger in the post, nice find to Waters, cutting through the lane for the finish. She's got 4 points, 17-3 is the score now. Delahose will pull a 3 up and knock it down. And Delahose like, forget all this, I'm just going to knock down a tray.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more of those to climb back in this. Again, after all of that first quarter, you know, it's only 11 points, which can seem like a lot, but I guarantee HSAA can make that up in a hurry.
Brugger inside. There's going to be a foul on the floor against HSAA. And I think they are going to tag it there on Holcomb. Should be her first. Waters to get it in for the Hawks. Into Brugger at the basket. It's a play it's worked twice already. That time not able to convert. Delahose the move. Drops it off to Holcomb. She's going to miss. And the Hawks get it back. And So down on the floor right now is Ashton Gall. She's going to hobble off. And not what you want to see if you're the Hawks. You don't want any injuries, of course. You hope she's okay. She's able to walk it off, though.
Yeah, thankfully she's able to walk off under her own power. The trainer's over there checking her out. But I like what I've seen the last couple of possessions from HSAA. They've got some opportunities in transition, and they have not been able to capitalize on those. But as long as you're continuing to stay aggressive and look for those transition opportunities, get some easy baskets early on, again, continue to chip away at that lead. Their half-court set has been a struggle, and so any opportunity they get on a run-out for layups, Delahose has been doing a great job at the point of attack. We're looking to see HSAA just continue to be aggressive and try to get some easy baskets.
Ball's loose, gotten by Ellis here on the left side. 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Delahose on the move. Ellis. Back Delahose. Her three is back rim. No good. Ball's loose now. So good hustle here from Dallas. They get the ball back. And now on the drive. High post. Out Ellis. Left wing three. Good. 17-9.
I think they gave her a 2. She had a foot right in front of the line. Did Ellis. But again, Delahose did a great job of stealing the ball and then finding the open person.
So they do give her a 2-pointer at 17-8, a 9-point ball game. So 5-0 run here for HSAA. Taking baby steps in the right direction, but there will be a foul. It will be against Holcomb, Grace Holcomb, but she probably took the brunt of it because she ended up getting landed on. You hope she's okay. I think she'll be all right, but and Paul, sometimes that happens. Sometimes when you commit the foul, sometimes you get the most pain.
Yeah, especially when you are getting to the point where a player's barreling towards you full speed.
A wide open shot at the basket doesn't go there from Mariah Haller, but the Hawks are able to get the offensive rebound. Feed to the high post is Brugger. Kick outside. Waters the attack, left hand, and finish it. She's got 6, and the lead's back up to 11 here for the Hawks. A feed inside. Ball went through her hands. They're going to call that a foul as Walter was on it hard. She's going to pick up her first personal foul. That's the first foul against the Hawks of the entire ball game.
They've just been playing sound fundamental defense. As a matter of fact, both these teams, I've enjoyed seeing the aggression that they play on defense. Got a couple of players adjusting different compression sleeves and tying shoes.
The jumper's no good. The rebound's pulled in by the Hawks. Now up the floor is Waters on the fast break against Ellis. Left hand, doesn't fall. Brugger the follow, no good. But she gets her own rebound, sets up a Waters short corner J that goes down.
They're just relentless, attacking the basket, offensive rebounds, second chance opportunities.
13-point advantage for Marion. Delahose gets racked in the lane. It's going to be a foul against Rosemary Walter, which will be her second. And now you got Delahose to the free throw line. Ellie Delahose with 3 points on the ball game thus far. She hit an up top tray. Her first free throw rattles in.
She's done a great job being aggressive, both on offense and defense. That time when she drove the lane, the defender did not take the contact square in the chest. She kind of caught on the side. So good job by Delahose to just continue to be relentless towards the basket.
Second free throw for Delahose, hits the back rim and falls. So she's 2 for 2 from the foul line. She's got 5 points, 21-10. Here's Taylor to Walter. Drive to the right side. She found an opening. She missed, though. It's going to be a jump ball between her and Ellis.
I think she was surprised how open she was. She drove on that right side, and it was like the Red Sea had parted.
Just under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Nice hook shot from Bruger, doesn't go. Delahoe's the rebound, and she's pushing the pace. Oh, nice find to the basket for the finish. Great vision there from Delahoe's, and she feeds on the opposite side, Phoebe Fair.
Yeah, that was a great look. She dropped that right over the top of the defense.
And Bruger right back at him as she gets a bucket. Her first bucket of the second quarter, she's got 8. Leads back to 11. And HSAA has shown a lot more ability here in the second quarter as Delahoe's knocks down the J. They say she had her foot on the line, but she knocked it down. 7 for her. And right back at it again was Bruger, and the follow is there for Haller. And what HSAA has to do if they want to get back in this game is when they score, they're going to have to go ahead and get a stop after that.
Yeah, Marion did a good job of recognizing and not, sitting around waiting after the basket dropped through. Nice shot from Delahoe's, and then immediately they're attacking right back.
The feed's loose. Good hustle there from Waters. Feeding it up the floor now to Haller. Haller moving against Ellis. Right hand blocked by Kai Ellis. And the rebound there for HSAA with Fair. And a timeout's going to be called by Paul Hartman, head coach for Dallas HSAA. And his team showing a lot more life right here in the second quarter. First quarter was 15-3 Marion Hawks. This quarter has been 11-10 in Dallas's way. Still haven't really been able to get stops though.
Yeah, I almost wondered if that timeout was an opportunity just to get his girls a breather. It's been a back and forth affair the last several minutes. Not really a lot of stoppage in play. Really fun game to see. And I think we're seeing a little bit more of what HSAA is actually looking like. So that first quarter, I think they came out a little slow. And I think this second quarter is a little bit more representative of what HSAA is wanting to do. Delahoe's is a great distributor. Kai Ellis is playing some great defense, getting some good looks. I think in the first quarter, because it was such a slow start, they got into this mode where their only shots were three-pointers. I think now they're doing a better job of attacking. They're setting screens up top. They're getting much better looks, and it's leading to a lot better success for them.
Ellis with the basketball now. Toss it back over to Delahoe's. Working to her left, high post. Ellis, three-pointer on the way, short. Rebound, Waters. She's on the attack there. Oh, good hand from Delahoe's, and Ellis will pick it up. So HSAA able to get it right back. Pass over the top, risky pass, turnover. Taylor will get it. Oh, wow, and HSAA will get it right back. As that was Gall. That wasn't Gall. Left hand from Delahoe's is no good. That was Keaton Jarvis with the steal, dropping it off to Delahoe's, and Delahoe's able to draw the foul. She's 2 for 2 from the line thus far, so that's one that you want at the foul line if you're Dallas.
I love how shifty Delahoe's is. She could have settled for some kind of floater. She could have taken a wild shot. Instead, she used her body to shift just one more angle right behind Bruger and led to a foul shot. And she's able to knock these down. Again, I think she's 3 for 3 here in the second quarter from the free throw line. So good shooter, good ball player. She's got some great instincts.
Delahoe's for her second. Makes that one as well. She's 4 for 4 from the line, has 9 points here in the second quarter. And the lead is now at 9 for the Marion Hawks, and Dallas really looking for a stop here.
Yeah, they can get a stop here. They can really start building some momentum towards the end of the first half. It's still just a 9-point game, but it felt like a chasm in the first quarter.
A drive there, and there's going to be a foul. I think they're going to tag it on Ellis. They do. That's her second. As driving that lane was Mariah Haller. Ellis going to have to watch out. She wants to hold off the last minute 42 on fouling. They feed it inside right to Bruger. And, man, she has been the thorn in Dallas' side here in this ball game. 27-16.
She did such a great job spinning and getting to her spot that last possession.
Delahoe's pulls up the jumper, and it doesn't fall. Rebound's gotten by Waters. Hawks back with it again. It's over a minute to go in the first half. There's going to be an illegal screen called. It's against Bruger. Minute 11 to go here in the first half. 27-16 advantage for the Marion Hawks. Delahose up top, moving to her right. Shot's going to be blocked out of bounds.
Even though that result wasn't what she wanted, I still love the look for Delahose. She drove to her right, through the defense, had an opportunity at a shot. It got blocked, but that's the kind of aggression they need to keep having. And then, again, coming back to the fundamentals, when you're able to get baskets that are free like that, it comes at a premium.
Delahose able to get another bucket there. 9-point game, ball loose, Waters able to get it back. Here's the pressure defense from Delahose. Waters dropping it off, Taylor, her jumper's good. Timely J there for Lucy Taylor from the short corner. Her first bucket of the ball game, 11-point game as Ellis on the drive. She's fouled. She'll get 2 shots here as that foul will be against Walter. That's her third.
That is her third, and I think Coach Burton felt like that might have been a little bit of a bailout. Ellis a little bit wild on the drive, but again, her and Delahose have continued to stay aggressive this entire ball game, and that's what's brought HSAA back into the fold.
And HSAA has done the kind of things that you need to do if you want to come back from a deficit like this, which is knock down free throws. They're 5 for 5 as a team, as Ellis will have her second here. That one doesn't go. Rebound Hawks. And the defense is disruptive, but that's a foul. As Jarvis will pick up her first. Returning to the ball game is Grace Holcomb.
HSAA putting on a little bit of full court pressure. Just 21.2 seconds left. It's a man press though, so Marion gets it up ahead.
And so another steal for HSAA. Delahose to the corner. 3 on the way, well long, and rebounded there by Marion, and a foul in the back against Jarvis. She'll pick up her second.
And that's a big foul because that's into the free throw line with just 7 seconds left.
That's the 5th team foul against Dallas, which will send Ashton Gall to the free throw line. She's got 3 points thus far. It's a 10-point ball game lead for the Hawks.
If you're HSAA, you got to make sure you box out. You still got plenty of time to get the ball down. You got 7.1 seconds left. We saw in our previous game at 8 o'clock this morning that one of the girls had about 6 seconds left, and she pulled from right behind the volleyball line. So Ellis gets the rebound. You have the time. Try to get a good look.
Ellis on the drive, all the way to the cup. Oh, she misses. Delahose's follow doesn't go as it just hit back rim.
Yeah, 2 good looks at it. I think that's exactly what you want. Ellis drove all the way. She didn't stop and settle for a long three-pointer. She drove to the basket. Delahose is in the right spot. Just unfortunate to miss both those opportunities.
You can tell by the look on Coach Hartman's face that he's proud of his girls here in the second quarter. Scores 29-19. They put in 16 points there in the second quarter, but they still allow 14 on the side of the Marion Hawks. So we've got a 29-19 halftime score here from AG Financial Arena at Evangel University.
When it hurts, real time it. When it hurts, real time it. When it hurts, real time it. When it hurts, real time it.
Out!
When it hurts, real time it. 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 When it hurts, real time it.
(29-19) is the halftime score. We're starting the second half right now. Three-pointer for Fair is an air ball, no good. Hawks the rebound. 10-point advantage for Marion. And here's the drive from Waters on the left side of the floor. Inside, Brugger working against the defense. They're going to get it back into her. She has 10 points on the ball game, and she's dealing with some tough defense there. They're going to call that 3 seconds in the lane against her. Spent a lot of time up in there.
Much better defense this time around from Emma Kirk and HSAA to prevent Brugger from doing what she wants to do. They stayed steady in front of her, and they did a good job of keeping that possession.
Delahoe's the drive. Ellis, left wing three. It's in. And the lead's cut to 7 now with a big three-pointer there from Kai Ellis. She's got 9.
When she's set like that, it is a great-looking shot every time.
Waters up top. Oh, nice backdoor cut. And a find to Brugger. She missed the layup. The putback's no good, but she was fouled on the play. And Rosemary Walter will be at the foul line for 2 shots. Foul is on Jarvis.
And Jarvis picked up all 3 of the fouls that she has within the last, 2 minutes of game time. She picked up a couple at the end of the first half, one here early in the second half, so something to monitor. But again, good aggressive defense from HSAA. I think they're finding those passing lanes, but Marion Hawks, what they've got to do is they've got to look at how aggressive HSAA is playing, and they've got to find those players that are on the back cut like Brugger was on that last possession.
Walter will hit the second. She's got 3 points. All her points are on free throws. And it's an 8-point advantage for the Hawks. Ellis, quick trigger three. That one looked like it was deflected, and Brugger got the rebound. Waters working against the defense here from Delahose. And the Hawks trying to find something. Nice back cut. Oh, Walter misses at the basket. They've had a couple of those already on back cuts that they miss at the basket. Delahose drives down the right side. Blocked. Rebounded by Fair. And she's fouled.
And that's Walter's fourth. She's going to have to take a seat. Mariah Haller's going to check in.
So Walter's going to have to sit right now. 5:23 to go in the third quarter, an 8-point game. As Fair looking to get it in. Oh, she's trying to get it to Delahose. But she threw it over the head. And HSAA really extending this man-to-man here. And they've been going for the back cuts, but they've just been missing them at the basket here. Waters pulls up the shot and misses. Jarvis the rebound. Going to get it over to Fair. And now Dallas with the ball again. 5 minutes to go in the third. And that pass is errant. Another turnover there. And in the hands of Waters. Going to call that one a travel.
Yeah, one thing you can't afford at any point of a game is careless turnovers, but certainly not when you're down 8, having battled back this far. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball. They've been getting good looks when they've taken care of the ball.
So corner J for Jarvis. Doesn't go.
It's a good look. And one of the Hawks players had slipped behind all of the defense. Nobody saw that, but they got to continue to back cut, continue to look for good looks.
At the high post for the Hawks. Feeding it outside, that's Taylor. Inside Brugger, right-hand finish.
She's just been able to get a little bit past the defense. When Kirk has been guarding her, she's been able to just get enough separation to get that shot up. She obviously loves to go to the right-hand side. If I'm Kirk, I maybe want to try to push her to go left.
Delahose up top. Fair, open right wing 3, air ball. A good look there, but just not able to get it to go. And the lead is at 10 here for the Hawks. Waters on the drive. They'll call that one a jump ball. And how about Delahose's defense?
It has been something to watch for sure. And I think Waters is trying to play into the aggressiveness of Delahose. You see a couple of the drives, the last couple of possessions. She's kind of run into Delahose in the hopes that the refs might kind of call some of that contact, but Delahose has done a great job of staying in front and then being really aggressive to get her hands in the passing lanes, in the dribbles. Oh, nice drive.
Reverse layup is good there from Mariah Haller. She's got 6 on the ball game. The answer for Delahose does not go, and ball's blocked out of bounds. Will stay with Dallas. 3:40 remaining here in the third quarter. Lead back up to 12 for the Hawks. Dallas hit a 3 right at the beginning of the second half to cut it to 7, but it's been a 7-0 run since. Oh, they throw it away again. Fair's had a few turnovers here.
It didn't seem like they really had an inbound play at that point, or maybe they just didn't get it started, but nobody really was moving, and it led to a turnover.
Three-pointer doesn't go. Rebound, Waters. And now there's a foul against Dallas. It'll be Kai Ellis picking up her third.
And nobody picked up the player on the inbounds. They fell asleep.
Mariah Haller now with 8. And she was just wide open for that layup. 36-22 now. The Hawks taking firm control back of the ball game, and another missed layup there. And now you got Haller on the run. 2-on-2. Her pass is stolen by Ellis, but she stumbles and falls.
It's all good. It's all good.
She's able to get up. So it'll be a travel.
Gotta get second chance shots. Let's go. Watch paint.
And the Hawks have it on the baseline. 3:04 to play in the third. Pass to Brugger in the post. She works it. Reverse layup. Doesn't go, but they let the Hawks get the offensive rebound. That's Lucy Taylor. Oh, and she just took it right back. Clark just took it from her. Pass over the top to Fair. And a turnover.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's these kind of simple mistakes that are really hurting the Angels right now. They've had several possessions in a row that have ended up with turnovers, careless turnovers, not picking up a player on an inbounds for an easy basket. They've got to get back to where they were in the second quarter, playing fundamentally.
Brugger double dribbles on the play.
And that's exactly what we were talking about earlier in this quarter. Rebecca Clark did a great job of forcing Brugger to go left. And you can tell she's much less comfortable going left. She ends up with a double dribble. So if they're working the ball into Brugger in the post, I'm almost overloading her right-hand side to force her to go left. If she gets me a couple times with the left hand, okay, she can go left. But until that point, I'm going to emphasize forcing her to go left and seeing if that affects the way that she attacks the basket.
36-22 is the score with 2:38 to go in the third quarter. Marion Hawks in the lead in this 4-5 matchup right here.
Yeah, 2:38 to go in the third quarter. You're down 14. Lost a little bit of ground from where you were in the second quarter. I believe they got it under double digits at one point. They got it down to 9 or 7.
They got it down to 7 on the three-pointer right at the beginning of the second half.
Yeah, so you get it down to 7, and it balloons back up to 14, but you still have a lot of time left. The way this game has been playing with the pace, this is not a snail's pace where a 14-point deficit feels like an eternity or an unclimbable mountain. This is a game that has been flying back and forth, breakaway layups, lots of opportunities for shots. HSAA, you have to take care of the basketball. That's where it starts. You're not going to, cut any kind of deficit with a bunch of turnovers, a bunch of missed layups, missed defensive assignments. You've got to stay fundamental and let the other team make the mistakes as you try to climb back in.
Delahoe's nice drop off. Phoebe Fair for the left wing 3, and she's going to get the roll.
Would you say she got a fair bounce on that one?
I would say that for sure. Feed inside the post, Brugger.
She got a way to go to her right. Again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but every time she goes right, she has an excellent opportunity to score. I would make her try to do something else.
She's got 14. Delahoe's up top, finding Ellis. Delahoe's now with it. Dallas trying to find something. Ellis right hand floater, missing on the putback. That's good.
Good job sticking with it. Getting second chance opportunities is going to be another thing HSAA has to look for as well. They've got to crash the basket. They've got to play solid defense.
Both Kai Ellis and Ellie Delahoe's each have 11 points for HSAA. They trail by 11. Minute 20 to go in the third.
Minute 17. You want to try to get this to single digits if you can heading into the fourth quarter.
Nice floater finish from Mariah Haller. She's in double figures.
She's been instrumental in this third quarter as well. She's helped maintain that cushion with her 6 points in the third quarter.
Delahoe's left hand finish. Off the window.
Impressive finish for Delahoe's. That's actually the first time she scored here in the second half after having 11 in the second quarter.
And right back at him is Waters. Jelena Waters with 10 now. And the lead's back up to 13. And now Delahoe's going to drive to the right. Oh, that ball's stolen. Good job by Ashton Gall getting that steal, and it's good to see her back in the ball game as she went down, came out of the game hurt earlier. Delahoe's got a hand on it. Three-pointer, goal!
That's backbreaking. Every time HSAA has come back, the Hawks have answered.
16-point game, down to 2. Delahoe's is hit in the lane, fouled. And that'll be Lucy Taylor. Her first personal foul. Ellie Delahoe's at the free throw line now. She's got 13 points.
Outside of Walter, not a lot of foul trouble so far in the game for HSAA. Jarvis and Ellis each have 3, but heading into the fourth quarter, you're not too concerned about that. So you have some fouls to give in the fourth quarter. Again, at being a 16U game, it's only a 7-minute quarter instead of 8, so you lose a little bit of time. But as you get into the fourth quarter, you have to start strategizing about how you want to try to stop the clock, because that's your biggest enemy.
And Ellie Delahose has 15 points. She hit both free throws there, makes her 6 of 6 from the foul line, but Dallas HSAA trails by 14 to the Marion Hawks. Hawks have been working like a machine.
They have.
And so that's a 16-point quarter there for the Marion Hawks. And for Dallas HSAA, finishes with a 12-point quarter. And the thing is that if you wouldn't have had that 15-3 first quarter deficit, you're talking about a different ballgame.
Yeah. I mean, you look at the scores from the second and third quarter. If not for that first quarter, it's a 2-point game. Hawks would be up 2 right now. So, unfortunately, you don't have a time machine. You can't go back in time to try to fix what happened in the first quarter. The only thing you can do is in the fourth quarter, you've got to try to cut that deficit under single digits within the first 2 minutes if you can. You know, that kind of changes how you strategize that a little bit. I would consider potentially coming out in a full court press. The Hawks have shown a lot of poise, and so maybe you get beat a couple times and you pull out of it, but you've got to do something different to try to mix it up a little bit. Again, at fitness level-wise, I'm not sure if they are used to doing a press, if they have the energy to do a press, but you've got to come out of this fourth quarter and try to do something a little bit different to disrupt what the Hawks have been doing, because they have the full advantage of the clock on their side. They can slow it down. They have the guards to do kind of a 3-man weave out top and run a lot of time off the clock. So HSAA, you've got to find some opportunities to mix things up and get some good looks and try to cut this in early in the fourth quarter.
Dallas with the basketball to begin the fourth quarter. Delahose is up top. Got to feed that left wing. Ellis up top getting the screen. Fair, drive, floater, right hand, no good. Brugger the rebound. Here's the pressure just like you said. Waters now with it. Fair was on her. Gall, floater. No good. And a put back there for Brugger.
Brugger is like the stabilizer for this team. Every time she gets the defensive rebound, she's holding it high, she's pivoting, not giving up any easy turnovers. And then on the offensive side, she's just consistent. I've been really impressed with Brugger.
Delahose through the lane. She's fouled. Mariah Haller going to pick up foul number 1. 16-point lead for the Hawks. Delahose gets the ball off the feed, but they're going to call that foul on Waters.
And that's another opportunity for you to stop the clock if you're HSAA. If you can get the Hawks in foul trouble, they already picked up 2 in the first 57 seconds of the quarter. If you get them to that 5th team foul, and you can stop the clock the rest of the game every time you get fouled.
Delahose, left-hand floater, no good. The putback from Clark doesn't go. Went all the way around the rim and just didn't fall. And the Hawks will get the ball again.
Sometimes you feel like the rim is just not your friend. 2 great looks from Delahose and from Clark, and just unable to put that in.
16-point game. They're going to feed the post. And again, that's Brugger, and she shows a little left hand there.
I was going to say, I think Clark played that really well, and Brugger's just showing what a sound fundamental post player she is. She apparently can take it to both sides.
Ellis was guarded, and the Hawks, with a good defensive play, able to force the turnover. And they've expanded their lead. They lead by 18 now. Haller, the drive, pass, stolen, Delahose. She accelerates to the basket, right hand finish.
Great steal from Delahose, and I actually really like the play from Walter there. She realized she has 4 fouls. Instead of chasing that and potentially fouling out of the game, she realized that 2 points was not going to be the difference maker.
A big steal from Fair, but what a block from Waters. And she'll get the ball back again. Trying to drop it off to Brugger. Low pass. Brugger now looking. Going to feed Walter on the back door for the finish.
Walter did a great job recognizing the aggressive defense, and like we mentioned earlier on the back cut, you know that Brugger's going to find you. She's got a great job of seeing the floor with her court vision, and just like that, we've got an 18-point lead again.
Foul in the interior. Mariah Haller is the one to be tagged with it. Fair up top. Ellis on the drive. There's going to be a foul.
Well, that's the 4th team foul for the Hawks with 4:09 to play. So any fouls moving forward is going to put HSAA at the line with the clock stopped. So exactly the kind of position HSAA wants to be. They've just got to be able to continue to be aggressive. And eventually they're going to start figuring out if they want to start trying to shoot some threes, because you got to start taking out some points in chunks if you can.
Brugger the rebound now. Hawks on the move. Feed back inside. Brugger the move. Right hand shot. Rolled around, no good. Rebound. Oh, wow. Walter got it. Back into Brugger to the basket. Putting it in and one.
That exact sequence is exactly the story of this game. The second chance opportunities for the Hawks. Brugger getting the and one. I mean, that's been the storyline of this game. Just the aggression, the fundamentals, the second chance opportunities. It's been a little bit too much for HSAA to overcome.
That's 20 points for her. Leads up to 20. And she knocks that free throw down for good measure. 54-33 ball game. 3.5 minutes. Three-pointer, no good. And the rebound's pulled down by Haller, and she's on the move. She's going to get it to Waters, and Waters unable to hold on to the basketball. She loses it out of bounds.
That play resulted in a turnover, but on the other end, you saw that Haller did such a great job boxing out. The ball hit the floor before anyone picked it up. That's exactly what you're looking for as a coach, to have everybody sealed so well. I believe the clock didn't start, so they're going to reset over by half court.
.318 to play in the ball game.
Amelia Babawi checks back in.
Fair will get it in to Delahose. Kick outside. Jarvis trying to get it to Delahose. She's able to get it back. Oh, pressure from two. And that was Amelia Babawi getting in there, forcing the jump ball, which got them the ball back. Oh, pass stolen from by Delahose. I do believe the score should be 54-33 on that last free throw, but we're not the official books, then we'll trust them with that one.
Right. And it's not quite – I was going to make a reference to the girls 18 is playing pool play, which point differential does matter at that point, but this is girl 16, so ultimately it won't really matter a whole lot. But in her heart, Brugger will know that she hit that free throw.
That's right. Delahose now with 18. She's had a valiant effort in this ball game.
Absolutely. She can hang her head high knowing that she gave this team everything she has.
19 points for her, 8 of 8 from the foul line. I mean, that's just Just some accuracy there.
You don't get better than that.
The drive from Walter, kick outside. Taylor, the jumper, doesn't go. A feed inside to Brugger. Walter on a tough drive. They called it a foul.
No signal yet if it was on the floor or if it was on the shot.
They're discussing it. I do believe it was on the floor. I know this official on the baseline was saying that it was on the floor, and that was his call. So Waters going to throw it in. 2:33 remaining in the game. 18-point lead for the Hawks. Inside Brugger, reverse layup. She just does it all.
She is doing it all inside the paint on both sides of the ball. That time she did a reverse layup 180. Not much she hasn't shown that she can handle.
23 points for her. And so again on the scoreboard, we didn't add the bucket either, so I don't really know what's going on there. Brugger on the rebound.
Yeah, the current scoreboard is not accurate. I don't know ultimately if it will matter, but I believe the Hawks should have 56.
Here's Walter with it up top. Inside Brugger. Finding Waters. Oh, finding Haller. No, that wasn't Haller. That was Walter underneath for the bucket. She's got 7, and that last play just shows how together the Hawks are right now.
And one thing I really enjoy the way that they've worked on finishing this game in the fourth quarter is a lot of the times you'll see teams that are up 20 or 15-10 in the fourth quarter, they pull their offense away and they start stalling. And a lot of times you get in trouble because you're no longer playing basketball at that point. You're playing keep away. And so one of the things I love that the Hawks have done is I could even hear Coach Burton yelling at the girls, run it, which means that they're still being aggressive and running through their sets, even up 20. And if you're a team that's competing for a national championship, those are the kind of things that separate you to where you're not just playing not to lose, you're playing to win. And you've got some girls in there that are running their sets, that are continuing to essentially get more practice time in a live game setting. You can't replicate that. When you're at your home gym back in Ohio, you don't get to run those sets against a competition you don't normally see. So it's a great opportunity to continue to get some great practice against players that you've never played against before.
They do correct the scoreboard, so that is the correct score, 58-35. Minute 21 to play in the ball game. And the Marion Hawks had a great first quarter where they went out to a 15-3 lead over Dallas HSAA. Second and third quarters were relatively even with a 2-point advantage to the Hawks. But then this fourth quarter has been heavily in the direction of Marion.
Yeah, they've outscored HSAA 11-4 by my count in the fourth quarter, which is the opposite direction of what HSAA was hoping for.
Delahoe's on the kick out. Jarvis got it back to Delahoe's. Delahoe's on the drive off the pump fake, feed it inside, shot no good. Hawks the rebound.
Ball's about halfway down. That's just been the story for the Angels today.
Under a minute. Losing the balance there in a travel against Maya Cruzy. And Dallas with the ball again, 40 seconds remaining. Jarvis' three. She nails it.
She had several good looks on those, and unfortunately that's the only one she's been able to connect on so far.
Down to 25 seconds. So the Marion Hawks are going to advance to the next round, and they will take on the CHSM Knights out of Texas, a team known for having a very good girls program. That's going to be a tough game. Marion Hawks, CHSM Knights. I do believe that HSAA will play one of the Team USA teams tomorrow. As we have now at the free throw line, Phoebe Fair. She gets the first one to go.
Well, and what will be interesting to see is that contrast between Marion and CHSM. They play a lot of the same style, a very fundamental game, aggressive defense. It should be a really great matchup, and these girls on both sides of the ball have a lot to be proud of. They played a great game today.
Second free throw did not go, but off the battle for the rebound, ball goes out of bounds. We'll go back to HSAA. They will have it now on the baseline. Feed to the corner, three. No good for Jarvis. Hawks have it under 10 seconds. They're going to push the pace here. Ball's lost out of bounds. And the last 2 seconds, ball be in the hands of Dallas. Now it goes right back to the Hawks, and they get a shot to go at the buzzer, and it's a three-pointer from Mariah Haller. She'll finish with 13 points, and the final score be 61-39, a win for the Marion Hawks, and they will move on to the next round to take on the number 1 seed, the CHSM Knights. Dallas HSAA will take on Team USA. I do believe, I may be wrong on that with how they do the brackets. They got a gold and silver, and so we'll see. But I do know the Marion Hawks will take on the CHSM Knights. Folks, we appreciate you joining us. I'm Charles Williams. Here with me, Paul Gilmore. 61-39, Marion Hawks with the win. And we out.